Alright. Greetings. Got a little bit of Alright, greetings and welcome to Behind the DM Screen. I'm, of course, your host, Leon Jenkins. And today we're delving into the world of Auroria, the Untamed Frontier. It's, turn that down a little bit. Just using the sound provided by Roll20 there. But alright, we're gonna be delving into the world of Auroria, which is the Untamed Frontier, my homebrew TTRPG setting, and doing some live map making or building in Inkarnate. So I also will be featuring some music by local heavy metal band by the name of Mad Existence. Okay, they've got a number of really cool songs, like this one right here. I think is actually called. You know what? I'm not 100% sure. Master. Interesting. I don't think that's right. Well, anyway, we're just going to run that on. Nowhere to run. Okay. At any rate, looks like I have the wrong name there. But anyway, we'll be featuring different songs like Medical Love and Liquidity, Next to Nothing, Burn, Nowhere to Run, Subis, and Triangulate. A couple other songs, of course. Let me turn that down just a little bit, though. It's a little bit loud. I do like to have some music while I'm doing this. It just helps to move everything along. If you have any questions about the music, they are my musical sponsor, Mad Existence. Okay. And if you'd like to know anything else more about them, you just let me know. What you're looking at right here is actually the map I made last time and what they ended up basically doing with it. You could find that in the playlist for Behind the DM Screen. But before we get into what all happened last week, let's go ahead and take a look at what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be making a little corner piece of Misthaven Isle, which is actually the home of one of our companions or one of our party members. That is where they began their story. And so they're heading back there to do all that. All right, give me 1 second. I need to grab something. Okay. As you'll see, I have actually two tabs open. So I'm going to be using one of them actually to build. and the other one is a reference. Okay. Because I'm actually using something that's already been made, essentially. Essentially. So I prefer the fantasy regional maps to the fantasy battle maps, because the fantasy battle maps focus on a breakdown. I don't know, it's fine, except I'm not going to do anything that's really that close up. More what I'm going to be doing, because they get very crowded real quickly with the whole map deal. Now, Inkarnate is actually free to use. I did some beta testing for them about a year ago, I guess, give or take, when they were releasing the newest product. That's my friend Levi. It's a good part. So I think I'm going to focus on this corner right here. I think that's what I'm going to do. Doesn't have to be perfect right to start or anything like that. Doesn't need to be perfect at all. Let's see. All we're doing is starting a landscape. Getting it started. I find it easier to take away than to add. Alright. So, what do we want with this? Right here. So we're going to have a swoop out, a little bit of a gully in, and so we'll just place the... Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Beginnings and endings are often very different. So don't get discouraged if it doesn't look exactly the way you were intending right from the start. You gotta have to build that. Alright, so yeah, I think we're just gonna do a little coastal area, give or take. Didn't really have to be specific. Alright, so we are, because it's mostly sand, that makes our job kind of easy. We're just going to go ahead and choose a nice little deal. They have a great beach, or what is it called? Coastal? Let's see. Let's just go with sand. They do have some really good beach stuff that I found whenever I might be in battle maps. Alright, sand, but then they had shore. That's what I'm looking for, right there. Okay, so we're just going to fill. Oop, wrong. We're not going to do that. We're going to make sure we're in foreground, and then we're going to fill. Big difference there, right? Okay. So let's see how big we are there. I can see all that stuff, so we're just going to shrink that up. We're just going to grab the texture scale, bring that down. I'm going to do about halfway, I think. Normally about right. We could actually just type that in, and it'll be done. And then boom. Okay. It's a bit better. Let's go with 25. Alright, I kind of like that. Alright. But, let's go 35. Okay. being picky now. All right. And if Gracie is out there, Gracie's one of my players, this island literally is for you. Okay. So now when I do all this, it'll always be like the same. And don't worry about making mistakes. It's as easy as that. Easy pie. Easy as pie. To make changes. What's the scale I want to do here? Yeah, I think that'll be fine. We'll just do a little coastline. Whatever. There, it doesn't have to be exact. As everything pretty much is just as references. It's like there's stuff there. But we're going to go ahead and go with the regional. Trees. I want to give some palm trees, okay? We're going to go once again down to advanced settings, okay? And we're going to use placement, okay? And what we're going to do is make sure that we're not on single, but we are on multiple, okay? Then we're going to give us a nice little area, okay? Now the area will increase, like, you know, how much, you can sort of see that is kind of like the paintbrush. Well, that's all that is. Okay, so then we're just going to decrease that distance. That's a lot of foliage. A lot of trees. I just kind of want to build a little spot back here. You know, whatever. And I think I kind of need... Yeah, I kind of want to give a little more coast here. Not really looking the way I want it exactly yet. We're going to get there. What area we're going to do? I think I'm going to do this, which simply means I need to make a couple of adjustments. It really doesn't matter. So all I'm going to do is just clear all. Okay. And grab all this and just get rid of that. Okay? So we're just going to essentially do the same thing. We're just going to do it over this way. I think I like that better. I'm liking that better. Let's see, so we got, it's mostly flat. So let's just go mostly flat. Do a little bit of a raise up at the, at the end there, a little flare. So then we're going to go back to our palm trees and just go and put some palm trees up in here, up in here. That may be a little bit too many palm trees. So I'm going to decrease that density a little bit more. Let's go down to about 50%. I think I like that. Alright. I'm liking that. Okay. So, let's see here. I want to do one of the main things for people in general, you know, like you, me, unless you're some alien from another world that I'm not aware of, in which case, welcome to the channel. But we're going to need some water. So we're just going to bring some water down in there. Because, you know, people like water. Essentially, it really, you know, kind of makes you hate or like an area based on the fact that I can survive there or not. Okay. And so we're just going to give a little bit of a river, whatever thing. Once again, don't be upset if it's not looking exactly the way you want the moment you start. Okay? Don't get upset or discouraged. just continue working at it. Okay. And because I did that, I'm going to change a little bit of this. Oop, subtract. So I'm feeling like a lot of that water's going to wash out a lot of this sandbar type thing. So we're just going to open this up a little bit to make it for that. And we'll work on all the specifics later. But now they have a water supply, which is going to be important for them going forward. Most of this will probably be gray water. Okay. Alright. We're not going to get too in depth with it. After all, we're just making a little village, so... Okay. I like this. I like the buildings there. I'm just not so sure about the hill. You know, we're going to make that work. I like that. Yeah, we're gonna just build our own. Okay. So we're just gonna go in here and just be like this. So we get a whole bunch of stuff, and I can find the same buildings that are on there in here. And I want to take this off of that. Some of that music is louder than the other stuff. That's why I don't normally use it on certain stuff. It kind of jumps out at you. At this point, I'm just kind of, just whatever. I don't want to do too many of the same buildings that look like unique buildings. Well, that definitely looks like a unique building to me. Alright. We can just give a little flip. That way we breaks up the continuity of it. That way they're not all like the same. Of course, we're going to add some other stuff. Add a few other little things to it. And if you have any suggestions or requests or whatever the case is, you just reach out to me, let me know, and we'll address that stuff. I just kind of want to split it up to not do like the same thing. put the river like right in the middle of the village. So, very excited as I picked up my, I guess it would be our second sponsor, but the first sponsor that's willing to actually like pay me. And that being an energy drink. An energy drink. I like that a lot. But we're not doing that right now. We'll do that another time. So, fishing village. So it's all going to be sand dunes. I don't want it to be like the same type of building over and over again. I like splitting it up. But I don't want it to be too advanced, as they're supposed to be like a smaller village. Just going to add some additional buildings over here. I think I want to do a water mill or something like that. Nah, it seems a little advanced. Okay. All right. Think. that. You can even use hotkeys, D, whatever, to actually decrease and increase that. Okay, but at any rate, that just helps you be able to see some of the stuff that's behind it, and that's all I'm going to do here is just kind of give it a little bit of a different. I did end up picking up a sponsor recently, but I don't have any of their products just yet. So I'm trying to hold back before I start talking about these guys and how great they are until I actually have something from them to actually be able to put that to the test, find out whether or not it actually is something decent or not. But it is an energy drink by a company called offering sponsorships for all kinds of different streams and content creators. So I go for that way. Okay. We're going to need food for these people, right? That's one of my favorite songs. You gotta have some food, or at least the notion that they do cultivate things there. A little bit loud. Liquidity. This is one of their more popular songs. Add some of this foliage and so forth, kind of like what you see here. Essentially doing the same thing. So we get to see how I did that before. You won't see it now. But we're going to go into this little deal here, and I think I want to add some bushes and so forth, some foliage. Back down to our multiple setting, but I don't want to make it too intense. And it looks like it's a little big to me. add a whole bunch of this stuff, and so now we're going to pull some of it away. Make some adjustments. Okay. Alpha. That's weird. A little dust. Oh yeah, I have that. So let's do that. A little big. Take that out of little big. Let's go to 60%. Trying to get an idea where the real dirt is going to end up being, because you kind of need the dirt for your plants and so forth to grow. So I kind of like a little transition from one to the next, all the way going through it. Just adding a little bit of sandness to everything, just so it has a little bit of that sandy look all the way throughout. We're going to add some rocks and some other stuff. And really, you don't really have to go this in depth with your maps, of course, but I like to give a little bit of eye candy. I think we're going to add maybe a bit much rose. Now I talk a little bit more. I've thought about, explaining exactly what all I'm doing and why and all like that. But I know Somewhere out there, lingering either now or between now and the session this evening, I'll have my players, or at least a few of them, looking at all this stuff, and I don't need them to know everything before they ask the right questions. If that makes any sense. Experienced that with a few of my players, which is fun. I enjoy the fact that they are involved in the different things that I'm doing, or whatever. But okay, so it's fishing village, right? Let's see. We got. We'll probably have to. Yeah, we're gonna try here. Use some smaller little boats, but a man for kind of make sure it's a single placement. We're gonna still. Now put like a little wharf out here. Why not put a wharf? Oop, wrong. And if you're looking for like more like I found that if you go into pirates, you get all kinds of like cool ship stuff and whatever, but one of the battle maps and stuff like that, they get really cool, real in depth, all kinds of different pirate stuff, which is cool. Docks, and most of the docks used to be wrapped up into the pirate stuff. It was a little confusing, so I'm glad that it's separate now. all it boils down to change that because I don't have like a ramp that is suitable for that. So. So we're just going to make it work. Alright. That's way better. Oh yeah, that's perfect. All right, so we're gonna just do the stamp size. We're going to increase the stamp size. It looks like this thing is tiny. It's watercolor, but that's okay. One thing I've learned is your players will forgive you if it's not. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm really just making this for fun. I'm not like selling this or anything like that. This is just for me. I put a lot more in depth and work to it if I was doing something that was being paid for or whatever. Every so often I get on here and I find new things, and that's really cool. I want a bit of something going on there. Like a reason why they decided to settle here. River, of course, stone. And if there's a stone there, then we need to change this. Some, like, you know, something that can be considered turkey. And there goes my grass again. That's okay. Let's push this a bit more dirty. I think I like the dirt a bit more in this one. Yeah, I'm digging that. I'm digging that. And then what I'm going to do is just take that. And we'll change the... I'm just going to tap it in. Tap it in. Tap it. So I just get a little bit of that haze I'm not like what I'm not doing is dragging, and I'm not dragging it across. Okay, I'm not dragging it like that. All right. So what I'm doing is I'm just adding a little tap, 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 tap. Just take a little bit of it off, but kind of a little bit blotchy-ish. You know, transition E. All right, let's get back to that grass that we had. Change that. Yeah, that grass back again. Scale. Yes. That's it. That's the stuff. Here's the brush size. I can do some more of that. Like just little bits of once again, it's screaming at me. Save it, please. You've got a lot here. Oh, I'm almost done. I think I just want to add a couple of different stones and stuff. So, but basically what we're going to do here with this whole map is they discovered that there was some vampires up in the other island they ended up coming to. We need some vegetation. Yeah, they had they found themselves on an island that was not deserted but inhabited. And this particular island, the people that lived there had been just, displaced by a vampire and a crew that came aboard a ship and whatever. Kind of took ownership of their town, claiming that they were working for the Duchess of Terra Nova, which is strange because there's no Duchess of Terra Nova. There's a Duke. There's no Duchess. But yeah. Starting to come together here. Liking this. And so they end up continuing making their way and ended up getting into a whole battle with this vampire so they could save the peoples that were displaced by the war. Okay. I think that's probably going to do it. You know, I made him just lighten it up. I want to that and more like a path type of thing between all these little. Like it's been traversed. Yeah, I don't like it to look all just like one color. Weird that way. But due to the fact that the vampire was working for the Duke, they believe, that raises some concern about the Duke's intentions and stuff like that. They also mentioned something about a Lady Val, Queen of Tasmal. They believe to have been, gone last session. Ascension into godhood, essentially the goddess of death. But they're talking about her as though she's still around doing stuff. And that there is this goddess of death and that they serve them too. And that it could be getting really bad, really very soon. I think this is due for a little battle map. If it comes to a battle. I don't know what'll end up happening here. But I know one person's going to be really surprised, and that's going to be Gracie, which believed this village to be destroyed. What was the name of this place? Is it Misthaven Isle? So all I have really to do is just throw that on the all roll 20 there, and since I got enough, I'm going to show you how to do it. If you're not already aware. What's going on here? Giving me some trouble right now. That's okay. Either way, I'll end up throwing it on roll 20, add a little tokens and stuff like that to it, and that'll be that. Once again, thank you for joining me for this episode of Behind the DM Screen. Not a hugely long deal of making the map, but it is completed, and that's all I really needed. Okay, and because I knew I was going to end up making it, I figured I'd just go ahead and show you. Whip those out. Anyway, thank you again for tuning in, and until next time,